Hello and welcome to Comms Business Live. I'm Charlotte, editor of Comms Business, and today I'm joined by Chris Angus, Vice President for Contact Centre Engagement at 8x8. Welcome, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on to the show. So today we'll be discussing contact centre solutions with insight into whether the contact centre market has room only for specialist partners or if anyone could get involved. We'll also dive into how to get a competitive edge with the right partnership. So first up, Chris, what changes is 8x8 seeing in the market and how is this impacting the channel?
It's a really interesting question. I mean, the changes have been, I don't think I've seen changes quite as drastic and fast moving as we have happened over the last 6 to 9 months, elevated by lots of cool technologies that are coming out at the moment. Certainly the contact center opportunity is where we're seeing the biggest amount of growth. And that's not just in your traditional contact center technologies. The commoditisation of the UC makes it much harder to differentiate and get true value. So the requirement to add contact center functionality into what would have been a unified communications user typically is becoming more and more required. We're seeing huge demands for integrated services. And the ability for our partners to really review their install base to maximize revenue streams by bringing new tools, new features and things like that to them. So our most successful partners are the ones that at the moment who are able to really look where they've sold before, identify actually this person was using a unified comms platform. There's some really cool features in the contact center. And even though they don't maybe consider themselves a contact center, we have the ability to offer these tools and problem solve with some more advanced features. And that's one of the things we're really excited about, and it's really taken shape in our current partner base.
Definitely, and that is absolutely something a lot of resellers and MSPs do have hiding within their customer base, these businesses that have those kind of informal contact centres and really don't realise that there is that need there, especially if, like you say, they're already using UC, it can be a natural kind of add-on there.
That's right, yeah, absolutely.
And what kind of other trends are you seeing in the contact centre market, and how is that opening up new opportunities for the channel?
I mean, we could probably summarise it just using 2 letters as AI. I mean, there's a playing buzzword bingo. I think I just won or I lost. I'm not sure which way you want to put it. But there's a huge demand, a huge amount of interest around what we're doing with AI, what we're doing with machine learning. Partners and customers alike are asking, how do we best use that? What do I want to do with it? You go back maybe 10 years ago with social media, it became really exciting to incorporate social media into your contact center, but no one was really quite sure what they wanted to do with those channels. It took them a while to understand how to maximize those tools within their contact center. And we've advanced a lot since then, as you know, and the AI within contact centers, certainly within our channel, is becoming super exciting because people know how they want to use that technology. We're using it all the time without really realizing it. Automation and machine learning is being used already today. I mean, some of the Cavell research shows that I think 81% of customers prefer to self-serve. You can now give people the opportunity to self-serve, self-diagnose their problems online that they're facing, and then use the AI and machine learning to route people who do want the human touch to the right areas. It really opens up a huge ability to allow your customers, or our customers' to choose their way forward, how they want to communicate, removes that barrier. And then you can start to look at things like demographic profiling and who's using what service, who wants to chat, who wants to use a voice bot, who wants to pick up the phone and speak to a human. You can service all of those people in one place. And that's, I think, over the next 3 years, these tools are going to make it much easier for us to continue to build upon what it looks like a hybrid working model. And obviously you're at home today, you're working in a hybrid environment, I'm sure. I typically work remotely as well. So when we look at the contact center market, that's not just a big room of people anymore. They are tools, and the introduction of bots, voice or digital, allow the users now to work on much more exciting things. And also, let's be honest, it can allow some businesses to reduce costs and overheads by bringing in these tools. So we're seeing that at the moment. We're seeing that move forward, and it's super exciting to be part of that journey, I think. And I think it's one of the things that our current partners are asking most about is, cool, like, have you got a solution to this? Yes, we have. How do we build use cases? And that's what we've done 8x8. We've custom built some like use cases which we think work within the market, and it allows our partners to go to market and help be the trusted advisor in their install base and their new opportunities as well.
Definitely, because as you said, the age of AI and machine learning is definitely here and now, and it's only going to continue to become more embedded within the contact center market and beyond. This can require kind of a new approach from both vendors like 8x8 and also channel companies. What does that new model look like for partners?
Well, it's definitely different to your traditional telephony model, and even bits of tin and things bolted into server rooms. Definitely different from that. It's much more like the 8x8 traditional model, which is license based and also consumption based. So it adds additional flexibility. So some of our more traditional partners moving into this market, we'll work with them from training and coaching and side-by-side selling, where we can help them move to a market and move to a model which is much more based around the users and the number of users required and licenses, and adding on a la carte options to maximize a user profile, as opposed to selling something physical and tangible. But I think most partners now they've been doing that a while anyway. I don't think this comes as a shock to anybody, whether they are in our resale wholesale model where they own the customer, or whether they're through our agency where they bring us the deal and we sell on their behalf, that kind of thing. Both of those models have a place, and we service both of them. So I don't think there's huge amounts of change and disruption to how partners are already thinking. They already have these services already, services like this kicking around, and we can just do more to support and how to understand that kind of more consumption-based profiling, as opposed to something more tangible and physical that they hold.
Definitely. And we've obviously touched on what partners can do to really understand the needs of their customers and those end user businesses. But just more specifically, how can partners support their customers' communication needs? And what should they look for in a vendor to help them kind of bring the best solutions together for their customers?
Well, I mean, the first thing is having vendors and partner relationships where you can trust and rely on each other. That's really, really key. That we recognise most partners want to have a couple of options available, so they can really bring best of breed to their customers and give them options and be to be almost kind of impartial, which is, we completely support that. That's something I think is really valuable. But when you drum that down and you're picking which vendor you want to partner with, you want to try and look for more bang for your buck. Maybe a vendor that can actually offer everything in one solution, so you're not trying to piecemeal together. If you're trying to pull solutions from different vendors, the integrations become tricky, they become a little bit messy. Contracts and billing becomes problematic sometimes. Whereas if you can have a vendor that's using, I don't know, your UC and your contact center, let's chuck in some voice bots and some digital bots as well for machine learning and automation. And then let's leverage the partner ecosystem where you can perhaps have PCI compliant payment taking. You can do that all in one place and have one vendor responsible for that deliverable and solution. It makes it a much more exciting proposition to your customer, and that's why I think that's the value we offer, and that's where I think most of our partners really enjoy that message around a single platform. It truly is a single platform for all of your communication requirements. I mentioned the partner ecosystem is something relatively new for 8x8, but we're bringing through new partners all the time that add additional services that perhaps we don't offer natively, but they are now integrated into the 8x8 services and solutions, which our partners then have the ability to co-sell alongside 8x8. So very exciting, and so keep options open. Well, the vendor you can trust and build good relationships with, who's going to support you and hold your hand where needed. But maybe find one that can offer everything in one place. It makes it much easier to create a value proposition to your customers.
Definitely. And for anyone that's kind of watching this and thinking that there's kind of some key points that you've mentioned there, what would you say about why partners should rethink or reevaluate the vendors that they're currently working with? And in doing so, why might they consider 8x8 as kind of the solution for them?
Well, I touched on it just a moment ago, but let me kind of make sure that's coming across in the right way. I mean, the customer experience and the employee experience is paramount. The requirements across both of them are being blurred now in what we're seeing from our customers. So the ability to take both of those seriously in one platform means you can sell this on multiple layers and multiple levels. There can be our customers can be revenue generating teams, or they could be in-house internal teams. You can provide services that suit them both. We also provide completely free of charge onboarding, training, technical upskilling, world-class account management, both here and across our other geographical locations, alongside our sales team that can go in side by side. We're most successful in our opportunities where we go in and sell alongside our partner community. So it really is a partnership, and it's super successful in that way. We are a partner-led and partner-first organisation, so we put a lot of time, effort, and money into our partner programs. So it's something which we truly invest in. And I guess the other side of things is around the options available. I mentioned before, if you are a traditional resale partner and you want to own the customer, own the contract, you can do that. You can factor them into managed services. You can offer support options to them as well, all on your own. We will train you and coach you and support you to get into that stage. But if you're somebody actually who likes to build a relationship with the customer, hand off to somebody who's going to run all that for you, and you still want to obviously earn money from that, we can also do that. So we can create programs which are serviceable to both different styles of partnerships. We're not locked into one. So there are lots of options for partners to get on board with 8x8. And if you're successful, then we're successful. So we invest a lot of time into making sure that's what happens.
Definitely. Lots of food for thought there for people watching this. So that brings us to the end of this episode of Comms Business Live. Thanks, Chris, for sharing your perspective with us today.
Well, thanks for having me. I look forward to speaking to you again.
Definitely. And as we've heard, the growth in AI and machine learning in the call and contact centre space requires a different sales and support model, but it's also opening up huge opportunities for the channel. What's more, 8x8 can help companies to align both the employee and the customer experience, as well as helping the channel to protect their install base whilst attracting new customers. If you'd like to follow up with Chris and the 8x8 team, there are some links in the video description to point you in the right direction. But otherwise, thanks for joining us today, and goodbye.